The D Tigers are making me smile because the only basketball team that's ever made me smile has been the D Tigers. Maybe that's why I have them topmost on my head. But this time around, the D Tigers are giving me something to smile about. They are on the brink of sealing their place in that 2025 AfroBasket finals. This is after a dominating 87-67 comeback win over Uganda. So with just one more victory needed, they just need one little tiny victory, and Nigeria, they could pack their bags down to the AfroBasket, but they've got Cape Verde to go up against. The question is, will they complete their resurgence and punch their ticket to Angola? Victor, what do you think?
Well, the last couple of games have been solid, have been good for us. But then it is quite something that we have to wait on, action from other centers, action from other games to actually give us something. We are waiting to see what happens in Uganda against Libya. And, I was reading the report of a friend of mine, Kenny Bamidele, talking about the D Tigers, dominant in their plays, getting this one against Cape Verde is just what I want them to do for the pool. And, when we get off on that, then we can see how we put more smiles on the faces of, our queens like Onyeti over there. It's going to be really exciting to actually see them, forge ahead, get something up their sleeves and, put more money in the bank. But then I think we will still have to do a lot of watching, batting our eyelids at, some other centers rather. But these Tigers, they have been really solid, so far from what I've seen in the 2025 AfroBasket. I just want to see more tenacity from them, and you shout out to the likes of Agada.
Indeed. You just mentioned Kenny Bamidele, and he's the true son of his father. Now he joins us via Zoom all the way from Ibadan, I'm very certain. Thank you so much, Kenny Bamidele. You have been called, and you have made your appearance. You're welcome to be in the game.
Very much for having me on the program today. But I've got some good news.
Yes.
Nigeria has qualified for the AfroBasket already. FIBA has confirmed it because the top 4 teams from the group who qualify, there is a slot for the best loser, and which means all of the 4 teams in that group qualifies to the AfroBasket 2025 championship. So that is the good news we've got for Nigerians this morning.
I'm hoping my producer can give me the standings so that we know we can relate with what you're talking about. Because at this time I knew that they were in a dire position, but after 2 wins, we saw that there was a glimpse of hope. But if I can see the standings right now, we can relate with what Kenny Bamidele is telling us about. So please, can we have the standings? All right, Kenny, I love this good news you just gave to us right now. Victor, I'm sure you're really happy at this time. So your red hat is coming with a lot of, good tidings for the D Tigers to be said right now. But I really want to talk about how we saw a bit of a turnaround for D Tigers. Yes, in that game against Uganda, they were thrilling. But in nowhere, fought, we're seeing the D Tigers come back like wounded lions, coming up to shine. How important and significant was that turnaround in qualifying for this AfroBasket for Angola 2025? Let me begin with Kenny. After giving us that good news, tell us how important that turnaround was for them.
Yeah, it was very important because I'm sure during the halftime break, the coach told the guys, we have to do this. Lose this game, then we're out of the AfroBasket. And you know what this means for basketball in Nigeria, and of course, basketball in Africa. Not having a team like the Tigers of Nigeria at the AfroBasket Championship is going to be a big slap on our face. So the guys went into the second half. I must give kudos to Caleb Agada. The last time Caleb Agada was with the Tigers was in the 2021 Tokyo Olympics, where he actually played all 3 games in that particular one. But it's good to have him back because that brother has really helped us. He got 20.5 rebounds and 7 assists yesterday. It was a really stunning performance from Caleb Agada. And of course, give kudos to Ike Nwamu, who is the captain of the team. Ike Nwamu is actually one man whose leadership was really crucial in the second half of that game yesterday. So I think one thing that worked for the team is they had 11 turnovers, at some point in the game against Libya, and they reduced the turnovers they had in the second half, because if they're giving the ball away too much, there is a very slim chance they're going to win the game. And playing against the Uganda side that has got very, very good shooters. There is Wainwright, there is Robinson Opong. But before the game yesterday, there was a game that Robinson Opong scored 40 points against Nigeria. and I was happy that I couldn't get that chance yesterday. So the second half revival from the team was very important, and I was glad that that they were able to fight back to get the win. At that point, they knew that lose this game and it's all over. Win the game to make Nigerians happy, and they make the right choice at the end of the day.
They better make the right choice, because we're waiting for the Super Eagles to make the right choice for the remaining 6 games for the 2026 qualifiers, like the D Tigers have done. Yes, Kenny, as you did say, we want to relate with this good news that you've given us. My producer has been very kind enough to give us the group standing. Yes, can you just get back to this good news and relate it with what we see in the current standing?
All right, so for every group, 3 teams will qualify for the AfroBasket Championship. And last night, it was going to be 3 teams qualify from this group. But there is another slot for the best loser, the team that finished well in one of these groups. And it's apparent that in our group, we have all of the teams who have won 2 games, except the tabletoppers, Cape Verde, who have actually won more games than the other teams right there. So looking at this, comparing it with other groups, it appears that Uganda, Nigeria, Libya, and Cape Verde will qualify, and Uganda picks the 4th slot as the best loser. So regardless of the outcome today against Cape Verde, all 4 teams from that group will qualify based on what we have on FIBA's official website. Just before I came on this program now, I saw it on FIBA official website confirming that all 4 teams have qualified for the AfroBasket Championship.
Wow, you should get a job by FIBA, because the way you dish this news right now, your authority passed the authority from FIBA. Victor, let me go to you right now. Thank you so much, Kenny. That's a good news from you. But we've got a game, and we don't want to say, oh, we have qualified, breaking news, but we still want to get this done clean. We don't want to have 2 wins and then have to lose against Cape Verde. And we know what really happened in that Libya game against Cape Verde. They're coming from a loss, because if you can see the result from the games played yesterday, I'm hoping I can see that right now. D Tigers, yes, they won against Uganda, but Libya defeated Cape Verde in the game played on Saturday. So Cape Verde are coming from a loss. So this would be like, they're coming like wounded lions against the D Tigers, and they're ready to do anything right now. And now they know that the D Tigers have qualified from that news we got from Kenny and from the FIBA website. They would want to go all out to make sure that they get something against the D Tigers. What should the D Tigers be doing? What tactical, difference did Dele, the coach of the side, what did he make to create that turnaround in the second half against Uganda? Can we have that to kickstart our first half against Cape Verde today? What changes should be made?
Well, for me, I think it's just more of the same from the second half of the last one. Work more, to cover those turnovers. I think the turnaround, is very important for us for that one. And I think it's important for the psyche, because the more your head is in the game, the more you understand how you get to do some things better, the better it is for you to actually hone your opponent. And I think we have more than enough to create the wings of the Cape Verde, but we need to actually show it, manifest it right there, on the court. And I think that it's more of the same from that second half for me, because if we do not get it right again, and we allow our opponents into the game, it might just get lost. We might start to show some future steps out. But I think if we keep our heads in the game and say, yes, we are going to keep on doing that. And I want a few more heads to actually rise into the game, not just Caleb and Ike. I think we need more of the others to actually say, yes, we are stepping up the plate. They are going to show us something also to put in there. And of course, I need to say this right here, because I have the chance to. Kudos to Kenny for always doing a wonderful job in our basketball team. Kudos to Kenny for always, being that unofficial person, always serving us all the right stories and breaking news coming about basketball in Africa at large and in the world. I think we might just take up that FIBA role pretty sooner than we expect.
All right, I'm sure that this show is not for In the Game by Kenny, because I'm here and I exist. Thank you very much, Victor. Thank you. But that's not undermining Kenny's, work in the world of basketball, especially for Nigeria. So I'm going to give it to you. Yes, kudos to you. But talking about Kenny, I think this show is all about Kenny right now. So talking about Kenny had an interview with coach of the Rivers Hoopers, who is currently right now, in the meantime, with a particular team over there in Rwanda. Let's listen to him, what he had to say about that performance and what he has charged the D Tigers to do going up against Cape Verde today. This is Kenny Bamidele.
It was a great game for the guys today. I think they played really, really well in the fourth quarter. They stepped up big time and they had a massive, massive fourth quarter. It was great for all Nigerians. We were happy that it turned out like that, and we hope we're going to keep the momentum going tomorrow. We all set out, I just want to let the guys know that we all set out to win 3 games. We're halfway there. We've won 2. It's not going to be any easier tomorrow. It's still going to be a very tough battle. But you've shown that we can do it. So please, let's do it. Let's go all the way out tomorrow and let's win and make sure that we qualify for AfroBasket 2025.
And now the charge is clear from Coach Ogod Daudu. Kenny, before I let you go, in quick seconds, please, what challenges should the D Tigers, what should they anticipate against Cape Verde today in securing the win?
Yeah, Cape Verde, very good side. They've got team chemistry, very good side. They can shoot so well. If not for the fact that Libya yesterday, they had home advantage. It could have been a different kettle of fish for them when Libya won the game 82-80 yesterday. I was speaking with the assistant coach of Libya, Nabil Kabalan, and well, he expressed excitement, affirming that Cape Verde a really, really tough team right there. So I think for Nigeria, we now know what is at stake right now. Forget about the outcome, we're qualified, but of course you have to make us proud. Before this final window, we had lost 8 consecutive games, and this is the first 2 wins since 2023, beg your pardon, when we won against Gabon at the AfroCan tournament. So it's important that we now win 3 consecutive games. Before, prior to this, we have lost 8 consecutive games, just to make Nigerians happy again, and of course, make Nigerians begin to give the Tigers that support they need. Remember that the Tigers have been the team doing us proud when it comes to basketball. So it's time for the men's basketball to, also make us proud again. Getting a win today against Cape Verde is not going to come easy. But one thing that should work for us is we need to have a very good first half. And of course, Caleb Agada needs to also continue from where he stopped in the last game. If we can start the first half well and then do our usual, like we used to do in the second half, and the first 2 games we have seen, I think we should be able to get the game past Cape Verde. It's not going to come easy. To be honest, this is the toughest test for the team so far. Tougher than Libya, tougher than Uganda. And I'm sure Cape Verde will want to end the tournament, the qualifiers, on a high. So we have to anticipate that particular one.
All right, I'm hoping that these boys can get the same feeling, the same charge we're giving them all the way from the studio here. Thank you so much, Kenny Bamidele, for joining us on In The Game. And we appreciate that breaking news you did give us, because before this time, we had a number of qualified teams who had already prepared. But to know that Nigeria has joined up, it's really a good news. Thank you for bringing good news to the show, and do have a pleasant Sunday.
Thanks for having me, and Victor, well done.